welcome to another edition of the Instant Wrestling Report, alongside my partners, Quad, and with the return of Alberto Del Rey. This edition of the IWR, we're going to do our 2011 WWE SummerSlam preview coming this Sunday on pay-per-view. Only 5 announced matches here. It's kind of interesting not to see a little bit more on here. There's speculation of probably doing some impromptu matches with guys like Alberto Del Rio and Kofi was seen with that, and also with Alex Riley and Dolph Ziggler. Interesting. We'll see like 5 matches on this card, though.
I really think they're gonna wait until Sunday for Mysterio because Mysterio hurt his knee at a house show, and I literally think they don't want to push him if they don't have to.
Yeah.
Not saying that we don't want to see it, but they don't want him. He's already had multiple knee surgeries of both knees, and they don't want his career to end on a SummerSlam match, pretty much. So I think they're gonna wait till Sunday if they announce that one or not.
Yeah, and then there's also talk, of Del Rio and Kofi as well. As of right now,
I don't know.
I'm not on the card.
He's not on the card.
He's
on the IWR show. Right?
And was it Dolph and Riley?
Dolph and Riley.
Dolph and Riley is a possibility. So, and there's also talk of maybe Cena Punk in a lot of time. So that's why some of these matches aren't on there yet. So
we're gonna run down the official card right now. As of right now, first matchup we have the Divas Hotline when champion Kelly goes up against Beth Phoenix. Really great to see Beth Phoenix and also with Natalya seeing this finally the push of women's wrestling again. Instead of the bimbos, as I said, and the little girls and the princesses that really aren't what they should be for women's wrestling. It should be girls like Beth Phoenix and Natalya. So it's great to see this. I quite frankly could see a giant squash here with Beth Phoenix just destroying Kelly. But I see Beth Phoenix winning this matchup. I just don't see any physically possible way of Kelly ever beating Beth Phoenix in this match. So I got Beth Phoenix the new Divas champion.
I see DOD winning this. Diva of Doom. Miss Beth Phoenix. CM Punk's girlfriend.
Held up the title.
I just see them actually using correct wrestling and saving the bimbos for photo shoots.
That's perfect.
Sounds about right.
All of our women's fans love us right now.
Yeah. For a long time.
If you don't like that, comment me.
Yeah, it's right down there.
Quaddy loves the ladies.
We love it. Come on now.
The one thing that I miss about older women's wrestling for the WWE is there was actually storylines to give women time, the women wrestlers time to cut promos, put over their angles, put over their own gimmicks.
Yeah.
Here they just consistently have 7-on-7 Divas matches where one diva gets in and then it breaks down into a brawl and
it's like 45 seconds long.
Nobody cares about it. So this is very, very good stuff here. I think that this is in the right direction. For at least, because if you're going to at least give these women 4 or 5 minutes on a pay-per-view, or 7-8 minutes or whatever, anything like that, Natalya and Beth Phoenix are the two women that you would think in the WWE that could really carry those type of matches to a decent match in the time that they have given. So I see Beth Phoenix winning this as well. I don't know what to say. Kelly's just going to get squashed.
Exactly.
So.
Next matchup, we have the Battle of the Big Men here with Sheamus and Mark Henry. With Mark Henry, who's been just absolutely destroying everyone, taking out Kane, taking out Big Show, and now finally Sheamus with this
Vladimir.
And Vladimir Kozlov got him. He beat him so bad he got fired. That's how bad he got beat. But Sheamus coming in here with the new this new face run, which is some really interesting stuff. It's really crazy to kind of see him face with being heel for like the last 3 years or something like that, basically his entire career in WWE. But I could actually see this one ending in a DQ if they want to end up continuing it and not want to put one guy over another guy. But if I would have had to pick a winner, I'd probably say Sheamus would win this one. I actually have a bunch of heels winning on some of my cards, so I don't think Mark Henry will get the win as the heel in this one. But I got Sheamus getting the win here.
See Mark Henry winning this somehow, some way. And then after the match, the beatdowns, pretty much it. Mark Henry doesn't need any more push because it already takes enough guys to push him up. Now I'm on a roll today.
Forklift the push.
Yeah, forklift the push.
Quad on fire.
Yeah. I'll face him, fella.
Yeah.
You know what? This is interesting seeing Sheamus face. I don't lie. I kind of like it.
What?
I kind of like Sheamus face.
What?
Kind of like it.
Okay.
Kind of like Sheamus face.
Seems to be a lot of people like it.
I don't know. He just seems to be getting over with the fans for whatever reason. They really like him.
Yeah.
It's really hard to pick who would win this because both guys are, really. They don't want one guy to win over the other. But if I see anybody winning, I think Mark Henry wins by cheating, or this just ends in just a complete DQ, or a squash, or Big Show and Kane coming out, or something like that, into that nature. But I'm going to go like what I said, DQ or Mark Henry by cheating.
Next matchup, we have the Money in the Bank winner Daniel Bryan versus Wade Barrett. This feud with interesting ties back to the original Nexus with Daniel Bryan being in there and then him being kicked out or whatever storyline they wanted to make off of that. But this should be some pretty good stuff. Daniel Bryan will get in there and make Wade Barrett work, just as he does with any guy that he gets in the ring with. And having a high profile match on a pay-per-view is always great to see Daniel Bryan out there and getting more time than he usually gets. He's just been a really consistently great performer on SmackDown, probably the best matches over the past couple months since he's been on SmackDown there. But I just see Daniel Bryan's push continuing with him winning the Money in the Bank and now talking like he's going on to WrestleMania, so I don't see him losing this matchup to Wade Barrett, so I got Daniel Bryan winning this one.
Daniel Bryan going up the escalator of awesomeness. Won Money in the Bank, like at SummerSlam. Once he hits the top at Mania, it just keeps going, because he's going to... I'm predicting right here,
Watch
right
out.
now.
Mark the table.
Mark the table right here.
Mark the table, the date, whatever, something.
Right here.
Marking it.
Daniel Bryan wins at WrestleMania.
Boom.
I would pretty much agree with that. I think that will happen. You know what? I think this is honestly, I think this is more for Wade Barrett than really Daniel Bryan. I think Daniel Bryan is getting his push right now, and I think this is more to get Wade Barrett on the card to get him rolling with some stuff. I think Wade Barrett's one of those guys who, if he's in the ring with somebody who else can go, I think he can have a good match. I think he needs to be in that mode where the other guy he's across the ring with is willing to work as well and willing to make him work. So I feel like this could be a possibly very good undercard match for this show. I don't want to say it's going to steal a show because there's a couple other matches, just a couple other matches
that are pretty good.
A couple other matches that are pretty good on this. So, but I'm going to go with Daniel Bryan winning this. I think he needs the more of the push going on to WrestleMania and onto the other shows, but I think this is more to get Wade Barrett on pay-per-view more than anything. So
exactly. Next matchup, we have the no-holds-barred match for the World Heavyweight Championship with this feud between Christian and Randy Orton, which has just been some consistently great stuff. This feud that's been going on for about 4 or 5 months now, which is crazy because it's one of the most prolonged feuds in WWE, and you don't really see too many of those unless it's a higher feud, which it is here for the world title. But really interesting stuff going on with Christian with his heel turn, which is I'm all for it. Just great stuff. Christian heel is amazing, and with Randy Orton in there, it's just been some great stuff, as I said. But it's been some interesting stuff with Christian, going on with his promo that he ended with on SmackDown this week, saying how I got the best thing going today, and really talking about something that could, be a surprise going into Sunday for the pay-per-view. With interesting things going on for this one. There's been a lot of talk of possibly Edge getting involved somehow in this feud with obviously his obvious ties to Christian, and should be some interesting stuff to see here. But I would love to see Christian get a clean win over Randy Orton. I think it's really needed. I think the way he has won the title and has lost that in that little 4-day he had that reign back in when he wanted Extreme Rules, and now with the way he wanted Money in the Bank, which is so cheap, and not really the way that Christian should be looked at as the world champion that he truly is. And I see Christian getting the win here and holding on to the World Heavyweight Championship.
This match actually got pushed back further than it really should be with this Punk next match.
Exactly.
We'll describe it. But I think, I don't know, I see Randy winning this, and then somehow Edge coming out and trying to help Christian, and then the tension feuds, and this amazingness, I guess.
Yeah.
I don't know. I think Christian should win it, but I just see the way the fans are on Orton's shoulders. I just see him winning this, and then that feud continuing, or somehow not, or I really don't know. I just see Orton winning this somehow.
Yeah, this is a match that we've been waiting for a while. We got thinking, when are we going to have a stipulation on these matches with these guys? Or how many singles matches are they going to have? Putting over a feud when you're almost considering it a blood feud type match. I know they don't use blood in WWE anymore, so I guess that phrase is kind of not really kind of meaningless.
But what was that word again?
Blood feud.
Blood. People have blood in their body.
Yeah, I don't know, but the interesting thing with this is, I really can't see Christian losing this after this just literally nothing title reign. Why would he win this at all? I have to continue this feud. Yeah. I don't know how much longer they can carry this, with what they're doing. I'm going to go with Christian winning, maybe screwy. Like I said, maybe Edge does something with this. I keep getting the feeling that Edge did not want to retire off his match with Del Rio. I feel like he could have one more match at WrestleMania 28 with Christian, and then that would be it. He up to that time he would have had a year to take off, time to rest up, time to heal up, whatever's wrong, and I know he doesn't want to take the chance on it, but I really think that this could be a jumping point from maybe Edge versus Christian at Mania. So I'm gonna go with Christian winning. I don't know how though.
Next matchup, we have the main event for the undisputed WWE Championship with special referee Triple H between CM Punk and John Cena, with this biggest storyline angle that's really been going on in the wrestling business for a long time now. People are really just so intrigued with this feud and so intrigued with what CM Punk is doing. Bringing in, as he's calling it, the reality era, and really wants to transition out of what the old was into this new, and really bring in back that old school vibe of the unpredictability, which is one of the best things in the wrestling business, is something being unpredictable. If we've looked at the last couple months at WWE pay-per-views, it's really been, except for Money in the Bank last year, really everything's been kind of predictable. The outcomes of the matches, the way the matches are going to go, the way feuds we're going to continue and we're going to build. But it's really the unpredictability of this feud with everything that's going on with CM Punk has just been some amazing stuff. With Triple H being thrown in there, which adds even some more unpredictability, even more speculation of what could go on at the end of this match with the craziness that could go on. I could see so many different ways. You could see Trip screwing Punk, Trip screwing Cena, Vince McMahon coming out. You never know what could happen. There could be some crazy stuff going on. But in my opinion, I think for this feud and this angle and everything that's going on with all the WWE right now, I think that CM Punk continuing on a prolonged title reign would be something that's really needed and something that could really help out the WWE as a whole, and I think that CM Punk could really transition into this reality that he's talking about and really make it be full long and continue to what is going to be greatness. So I got CM Punk, the undisputed WWE champion. Sorry, I'm done now.
Are you sure?
Yeah, I think we're good.
I see a CM Punk win this. I either see Tripp screwing Cena or CM Punk winning this straight clean, which needs to be because Cena's a quote-unquote babyface of the company, and he is just a fruity pebble son of a bitch.
Is that it?
I'm done. That was like 2 seconds.
That was 2 seconds.
Good. Oh, okay. Exactly like what he said. With the amount of heat and the publicity and controversy that CM Punk's creating, this would just be absolutely ridiculous not to continue what he's doing right here. For having fall off the face of the earth after losing this. The only thing I can see out of this possibly to keep Punk rolling with what he's doing without having the title is for him to do something with Triple H. You can look at this at 15 different angles. Like, he said someone could screw somebody could, run out, have this happen, have that happen.
Unpredictability.
Unpredictability. And that's one thing we've been talking about, in the last couple of years. You go into a pay-per-view and you feel like a lot of the stuff is predictable. Like, well, this guy's going to win this guy's going to win that. This pay-per-view, to me, I feel like there's a lot of things that's very hard to predict on what you think's going to happen. And I think that's a good direction that WWE's going in. So I'm going to go with CM Punk winning right now, and maybe just a weird screwy finish with something happening, or it's really one of the most ridiculous things to pick because it's so hard. But I'm going to stick with CM Punk winning somehow. So
good stuff there. This will now wrap up our 2011 WWE SummerSlam preview. Be sure to check out our instant review after the pay-per-view. For my partners Quad and Alberto Del Ryan, I am your host J-Man. Thank you for watching another edition of the Instant Wrestling Report, your source for wrestling news, information, and opinions instantly.
This is a battleground!